This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Cottage built by Cedar Creek, and the model number is 40 CBAR. Okay, I'm just going to go around and show you some of the appliances, how they work, the different functions of it. Okay, so you have crank down stabilizers, and you have probably 6 of them on this one. Well, there's actually more. There's 8 of them, or maybe 6. Let me see here. Nope, looks like you got 8 of them, so it'll be plenty stable. You have a power awning with a built-in LED strip. Outside speakers. This is a TV hookup here. There's signal out and powered. It's also pre-wired for cameras. So if you wanted just to get the camera, for example, that goes over your door, you don't have to put all of them on. You can just pick and choose. So keep that in mind. It's pre-wired for that sort of thing. Let's move down a little farther. So you have a deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks with regulator. This is a quick connect right here for the LP system. It's the valve to turn it on and off like that. So if you want to add a grill, an outside grill or something like that, you can do it right there. Just make sure it's a low pressure grill. Works on 11 to 12 inches in the water column, something like that, okay? Alright, so your bedroom slide out is in right now. We'll put that out. There's a gray tank valve right there, if you can see it. That's to dump your galley tank. That's for your kitchen sink. This is cable and satellite through. You have a 50 amp system, so you got a 50 amp cord with it, 30 feet long. These are your black and gray tanks right here. So you got your black and your gray tank valves here. Always dump the black first, that's toilet water and waste, then dump the gray, because the gray will kind of wash it out, because it's a little bit cleaner than the black water. It's sink and shower water. So okay. Also, after you dump it, you can leave the black tank valve open, and you can put the hose here at the dump station, put it right on there, and you actually can flush out the black tank. It cleans off the sensors and that sort of thing, so you get a good, reliable reading for years to come. So it's a good idea when you dump it, if you can, make sure you flush it too. Okay, this is a city water connection right here. So you hook your water up, turn it on, and everything's ready to go. Now, if you happen to be camping somewhere where there's not plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. Okay, behind this door here, I just want to see, these are your hydraulics here, and this is also your water pump. Just so you know, this is where you winterize it at too. This is actually a winterizing hose here. You can see it. All you have to do is change the position of that valve right there, and so that's where you do that from. All right, let me see if there's any. This is probably just storage here. Let's see. Okay, so this is your 50 amp cord, and these are attachments for your built-in vacuum. So those are vacuum attachments. All right, this is your water heater. It's similar to like one you would see at home. Actually, it runs on electricity. And let me see here, it sits in a pan so you don't flood out. It's a pressure release valve there, and these are your bypass valves for when you winterize it. Okay, you just basically change the positions of them. Okay, that's more storage. Now, it's good to go, the manufacturer states you should inspect the seals and inspect the roof every 90 days. So keep in mind, you want to send somebody up there, look at all the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation, look at the vent covers and the roofing material, make sure it wasn't damaged by low branches or something like that. Okay, that's important. All right, so let's go inside here. So right when you walk in, you have a control panel right here. Okay, so you can check the levels of your tanks and all that sort of thing from right there. You also you have tank heaters on this one, so you can turn that on right there. Your water pump I told you about is right there. That's used for pumping water out of the fresh water tank, and it's also used for winterizing. So lights here, more lights basically, just awning light, and then you have your slide room switches to operate it, and you also have a power awning switch. Now never leave the power awning out unattended. Make sure you always roll it in if you're not going to be at the campsite. So you got a beverage cooler here, TV, you got a router, right? So this has a basically a signal booster with a router. I'm not sure if this has a complete package or not. You have to look at your paperwork, but what this is telling us it's pre-wired. So if you wanted to put a Wi-Fi booster on the roof, I believe this is pre-wired for it. And there's probably a port up there also. Okay. All right. Let me look around. That's your dump hose. Okay, your refrigerator works on 110. It's a big double door with a bottom freezer. Now, if you're going to be traveling, always put this thing here on your refrigerator to hold the drawer and the doors open. This goes right in there. I can't see it that well, but it's there. Anyway, then you just screw it shut. That keeps it from coming open when you're traveling and denting the doors. Alright, so pantry here. Microwave works like any other microwave. Your cooktop and oven is pretty standard. All you do is go to the temperature and then push it in to spark it, okay? To light them. That's all there is to it. Your oven works the same way, just turn on like any other oven. But make sure, like I said, after you get to turn this to light, push it in and it'll spark and light. Okay? You got another TV here, of course, and this has a sound system also. It takes CDs and DVDs in there. You can stream off a USB port. It's got Bluetooth. You can hook up wirelessly with your phone or tablet and stream to it. It's got AM/FM radio. It's got 2 speaker zones. Zone 1 is inside the trailer. Zone 2 is outside the trailer. This HDMI here is an in. So let's say you wanted to, just for example, like another device like one of those game machines to keep kids busy on a rainy weekend or something like that. You could set it right here and plug straight into it right there, and it'll go into the system. Of course, you have to select the source and all that, but like you would with anything else. So now your fireplace, which also has a remote. All these have remotes: the TVs, the radio, and the fireplace. Basically, you can change the appearance of it, change the look of the fire. There's a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on, let's say 20 minutes before you get up in the morning to take the chill out. It also has a fan, low speed, off, low, and high speeds for the fan, and it has a thermostat, so it has all the features. It's basically a space heater with a fireplace front on it. Let me see here. This is a hide-a-bed here, so you can fold this out and you have someplace else for people to stay. You have 2 theater seats. Of course, your dinette table has a leaf on it, and also these are your remotes that I told you about, and these are 4 hubcaps if you want to put them on, or it's up to you. All right, so I think I've covered pretty much everything in here. You got a paddle fan, all the usual stuff. So, okay, let's walk towards the back here. So this is a remote for your ceiling fans. This one is a 3-speed, looks like a 3-speed fan, I would think. But the cover and everything opens automatically with this. Okay, this is your thermostat. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have the different zones. You have your mode, which you could select heating, cooling, whatever you want. It works just like your thermostat would at home. Okay. Sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower. Of course, you have another power vent here, and then of course the controller's right here. This is a GFCI here, so all the plugs in the trailer are wired to a GFCI, so even if you're using the one outside and it pops, you have to set it inside. Now the toilet works like any RV toilet does. The black tank is directly below, right? That's the flush pedal there. So what you do is after you hook up your water, you'll come in here and you'll dump one dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll step on the pedal. Water will come swirling out, and you'll put at least a gallon of water in the tank with the chemical. You always have to do that when you're starting off with a dry black tank, because if you don't, the smell will be serious. And I'm being kind. By serious, I mean if you'll do it only one time, you only make the mistake once. So also you can. It also can get clogged up too. So make sure you put the water and chemical in there. That's important. I mean, I see people with RVs all the time. You'd be amazed how many people don't know that. Okay, let me see here. I guess I didn't plug this in because I wanted to. We're moving it over so you can be, so we can demo it to you. So I got no power at this moment, but this is pre-wired for washer dryer combo right here. You got wardrobe storage. Of course, the bed flips up, and you got storage underneath there. You got a secondary heater here to take the chill out, and of course you have air conditioning and all that. These right here are sensors for your thermostat. So this would be zone 2, and that's the zone 2 sensor. So you can set your AC that way. Okay. It also has heating also. But they found it necessary to, I see these all the time, to put the supplemental heat in there in case it really gets cold, I guess, and you really want to get it nice and warm. Alright, so let me look around a little bit more. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I know I just basically briefly went over and explained what everything is. You may already know all this stuff. A lot of people do. But if you don't, hopefully it was helpful for you. Just remember what I told you about inspecting the roof and the seals. That's very important. People who own trailers do not do it enough. Manufacturer states it should be every 90 days, okay? Also, this has to be winterized before it gets freezing outside. So, although you do have tank heaters and that sort of thing, which will help, except when it gets really, really cold, okay? All right, well, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And we'll answer your questions when you come to pick it up, and we'll go through whatever you need to go through with you. And thank you very much.